If there's one thing about feminine hygiene, is that you can't just spend time treating the external and the outside. Feminine hygiene is a really big thing. And there's feminine washes, there are feminine wipes for you out on the go. There are people that also are on one side of the spectrum. You shouldn't use feminine wash, specifically Summer's Eve or the others that are listed, or either they like a particular brand. Then we have use Dove, use Baby Dove. Except I see something missing. I don't see a whole lot of talk about taking care of your lady parts, feminine hygiene internally. Now, that's something that I'm going to share throughout this video of ultimate feminine hygiene supplements for feminine health that you should know about. It's been about well over 10 years. I stumbled across this website called greenbush.net. Now, essentially, I started going there for another reason, which I have not decided just yet to share. But I wound up discovering so much more. And what I discovered is that there are things that I'm going to go over really quickly that you could take internally. They're even throughout spices in our foods that will help with your feminine hygiene health, even to the point where your menstrual cramps, if you're still in that stage in your life where they're virtually non existent. So, I have a couple examples because I still have this on hand. I try to always do that. The first ultimate feminine hygiene supplement you need to implement in your schedule, into your regimen, is Fenugreek Seed. So Fenugreek Seed is so Fenugreek Seed was founded in a country in which the women would eat that very, very often, and it's known to also benefit your breast health. Now, I would advise you to speak with doc because I am absolutely positively I'm not a medical professional. I'm just going over what I discovered. Fenugreek seed also is one of the supplements I'm going to be sharing with you all today that has phytoestrogens. Phytoestrogens is a estrogen compound. It basically mimics the estrogen in our ladies' bodies, in our lady parts, in our feminine reproductive system. Mimic estrogen, fenugreek seed. Also, fenugreek seed is the ingredient responsible for the maple syrup smell. It smells like maple. I have heard of and I have experienced where women say that taking this, you smell like maple syrup. This is also known to help with breast milk production in case you're struggling in that area. But no matter what I say throughout this whole video, make sure, definitely make sure you speak with your doctor about what's best for you. I'm just here throwing out suggestions of and sharing what's worked for me. You will smell like maple syrup. It's not a guarantee, that's a possibility, very strong one. This also helps with your menstrual cycles, helps with mood strings, helps with mood swings as well. I started taking that, and the thing about fenugreek seed, it is not for the faint of heart. Now these come in capsules where you can pull them apart and mix them within smoothies, drinks, or shakes, all that good stuff. But fenugreek seed is not for the faint of heart. Absolutely not. This it's an acquired taste. Very acquired taste. Next up, we have here is wild yam, another acquired taste. Now, wild yam also has pretty much the same benefits, just some additional on top that I can't think of right now. But it's also really great in the area of your reproductive system. These are all designed to help the feminine reproductive system. Even if you're not on your menstrual cycle, it's going to be helpful. Even and especially on your menstrual cycle, it's going to be helpful. Now, there's another one I don't buy anymore for obvious reasons, and I'm about to tell you why. It is called saw palmetto. So that's another one that's also good for feminine hygiene health and feminine reproductive health as well. So I wind up taking this some years back before I stopped cold turkey. And I don't want to say side. One of the benefits of it is it increases your appetite. So if you're not ready for that, and we tend to get the munchies and cravings during our menstrual cycle, I would not do it. I would not buy a bottle if you're not ready. Definitely not ready. Um, taking this, taking these type of supplements, I had gotten on a consistent schedule of taking these. And before I stopped cold turkey, and I always regret it to this day, and I have to start up that same regimen again to allow it to flow through my system to go ahead and have the same effect. But when I was consistently taking it, it was amazing because I would have my menstrual cycle and the cramps would be virtually non existent. It was like a love tap. I'm like, is that all? It would, and I'm like, okay, I guess I'm good. And then that that was my whole entire cycle. And I'm like, oh, let me keep taking these. So I stayed on top of taking fenugreek, wild yam, and saw palmetto. Either I was taking two simultaneously at the same time, but definitely I was taking the fenugreek straight across. Now, there are also, and none of this is sponsored unless Greenbush, you want to sponsor me. My contact info is in the description box below. Also, if you don't like taking capsules or pills, um, these supplements are also available in liquid format and liquid extracts. Of course, they're more concentrated, which means you could stretch out the usage of those across time and put them in your favorite foods, smoothies, or shakes. Those are also available at greenbush.net. I did not know until I was looking for one thing that I discovered that there are these natural supplements that you could take that will help with your feminine hygiene and your feminine health. Fennel is another one. Fennel is a spice, it's a herb, but and they tend to really like douse it over pizza. But fennel is also good for your feminine health as well, and it offers some of the same benefits as this wild yam and fenugreek seed. You can also take with the fenugreek seed, and I hear it's great for hair health, hair growth. But we're on feminine hygiene right now. There is black cohosh. There is soy isoflavones. I might be butchering some of these, but I'll put everything in a pinned comment below this video. If you're having like the worst of cramps, and I can testify to that, it's a really great thing to have something natural to that you could take that's already throughout foods, throughout spices and such that you can take and ease those cramps. It helps make your menstrual cycle a complete breeze. Like I started to get nervous when I went once I got to take it in a very consistent regimen and routine, and I said every cycle until I stopped cold turkey was a breeze. The cramps non-existent, a breeze. That is the way you should have pain-free menstrual cycles. That's the way you should have it. Life as a woman is already challenging enough. So just to have pain free menstrual cycles is the bomb. That, ladies and gentlemen, those are the ultimate feminine hygiene supplements for your feminine health that you need to know about. I love each and every one of you, and I will see you all next time.